Hello and welcome to episode 67 of Body Empowerment. I want to begin by thanking my longtime audience these past 4 years and welcoming my newest viewers and subscribers as a result of the recent exposure I had after Lady Gaga tweeted a video of my poem Fat. It's so powerful when a celebrity speaks out on a topic like eating disorders because it sparks dialogue and offers an opportunity for such monumental change, and I'm so grateful she chose to highlight my work as both an artist and activist in this movement. I want to use this episode to discuss and highlight recovery resources and also talk about elements of successful, supportive, and kind dialogue, activism, and change. First of all, this movement has been around for decades, and there are already some really incredible individuals, change makers, and organizations out there doing some really incredible work. So in the description of this video, right below, I've listed some links to eating disorder hotlines, nonprofit organizations, lists and websites that have loads of mental health professionals and eating disorder specialists, treatment centers, some of my favorite books out there that have been crucial in my own healing and recovery, and also other grassroots movements and organizations that are working really hard to empower. And also, this is a really triggering topic. There can be a lot of triggering responses to this. So eating disorders and self-harm behaviors and traumas are representative of people from myriad demographics, cultures, and experiences. So it's so important that we're sensitive and do not further disenfranchise or alienate marginalized social identities and demographics. I am so humbled and moved that the experiences I share in my poem Fat, the one that Lady Gaga tweeted, resonates with so many of you out there. I also recognize that as a white heterosexual woman from an upper middle class background, I cannot speak for every voice and social identity in this conversation. So I encourage all of us to take responsibility for how we engage in this dialogue, that we not only listen, but really hear, that we consider honoring the emotional, mental, and social elements in this dialogue, and refrain from physical comments that could possibly trigger someone else's trauma and struggle. And that we consider looking at the issue not only through a medical lens, but through a social justice lens, which means adopting a discourse that's inclusive, open, supportive, careful, compassionate, progressive, and patient. It's also so important that we do medical research and education research on this topic so that we allow for a really honest and conscious communication and dialogue. It's really important that we ensure that for ourselves. Eating disorders have been a marginalized issue for decades, and there needs to be more coverage of the topic in mainstream media. So let us use this as an opportunity to get this right, to explore and examine the change makers and survivors and experts who have been campaigning and speaking out for years, to work towards inclusivity and connecting with other grassroots movements of change, so we do not further silence social groups and identities in working to enact change. And let us consider race, gender, sexuality, sexual orientation, religion, ethnicity, nationality, class, disability, and all other social identities that play a role in the eating disorder conversation. Because the internet is unmediated, let us also take responsibility to share resources and dialogue in a professional, honest, and kind, I cannot express enough, kind, and compassionate way. And let us consider, on that note, taking care of ourselves and each other. This series is 4 years and 67 episodes deep, reflecting my commitment to this cause as both an advocate and artist. I'm 29 years old. I had an eating disorder from ages 11 to 21, and I began publicly speaking out about my experience in this topic 12 years ago through workshops, panels, lectures, and my art, and I've been an advocate ever since. I sit on the board of directors for the Normal nonprofit. I'm a resource person for ANAD, and I have been since 2000, and I also support various other eating disorder nonprofits, organizations, and experts, causes, you name it. We save ourselves, and we usher and support each other So support is crucial. While I ultimately credit and take ownership of my recovery and healing myself, it is with the guidance of mental health professionals and support from trusted loved ones and healthy outlets and art therapy and a lot of hard work and faith in myself and trust in those around me and those that were part of my support system that I was ultimately able to heal and recover and use my strengths that I learned about to capture that energy and that self-love and push it towards my healing. And I know that's possible for everyone. That's why I share my story, and that's why I do this. Thank you for joining the conversation and supporting body empowerment and my performance art, and for engaging with each other and for opening up for massive dialogue and change. My motto is triumph over adversity and discover your core and nurture it. That's why this work is so important for all of us, eating disorder, body image, and beyond. It's so much bigger than that. It's about all change, all love, all positivity, all healing. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you next episode.